Do you want to learn how to create a website for your business step by step? Now today's video is about how you can create your website for your small business, and I'll walk you through step by steps. Now in this video it's going to be part 1. I'm going to talk about before you start doing your website, you need to do a planning. So part 1 is a planning phase. So what do you do in the planning phase? First, you need to set a goal for your website. Now a lot of people who build website, it's just a normal company website. You can go to a normal, especially for small business website, basically they were just putting their products, what do they do, and contact page, about us, that's it. But there's a lot of goals or objectives that your website can play. For example, I use my website to generate leads for a certain topics because I have different services or products. So I have different website or landing page. Yeah, so some people call it landing page. Is a page, one page website on a certain topics. But those website is not just a showcase of my product. The objective or the goal for that website is to help me generate leads and also generate sales. So some we call it sales ladder. So the sales ladder is a website where you sell the products. It's like a salesman for me, selling 24 hours, 7 days a week, non-stop for me. Same thing with my lead pages, meaning that the website's landing page that generate leads for me day in and day out. And you'll be surprised every day when I wake up in the morning, in the middle of the night, there's still people reading your website and subscribe to your newsletter, okay, or subscribe to your mailing list by downloading your so-called lead magnet. So it helps me to generate leads day in and day out so that I don't have to do it personally. So that's the importance of your website. So first thing, you must understand what is your goal. Now, of course, there are people who build their website just for like branding purpose or brand awareness. This is like billboards you see on the highway where people put in, like, for example, Samsung, McDonald's, or those big brand, Apples. I don't think Apple has that, but big brands is for people to remind them that they still exist. It's more for brand awareness, you see. Now, if you want to do that, by all means, you can do that too. But for me, I prefer to invest my money and get returns. So I focus more on leads generation and making sales for my websites. Second is that before you start, once you know your goals, let's say for example, my goal for this particular website is to generate leads for me. Nothing else. My sales website is focusing on turning my prospect into customers. So that's why I have different websites. Let's say for example, my goal for this website to generate leads. So now I need to understand what my customers. Now first, of course, you need to know what's your customer persona. If you don't know how to research on a customer, okay, you can watch this video. All right. So first thing, you need to understand who is your target customer or audience. And then ask the question is, if you want to generate leads, what kind of question or FAQ, frequent asked question, that your customers would have from you based on your product or services that you're going to provide. So list down the frequent asked question. Let's say for example, if I'm teaching a website marketing course. So what are the frequent asked questions? People would ask, is this course free or charge, right? And people will also ask, is this course going to be a live class or online class? So these are frequent asked questions. So write down at least 5 to 10 of it. And also they will ask, like, after I learn, what can I get? These are all the questions that you should list down, that possible or probable questions that your potential customers will ask you. So list them down so that we can use that later on to structure your website and also your lead magnet. So the third step is to plan your website style and structure. By having all the FAQ, let's say you get 10 FAQ, we can plan it out. What are your website structures? It depends on your target audience. So the first thing is your style. Your style, who is your target audience? If your target audience are young people, so your website style should be more vibrant colors, nice to look at, okay? But always keep it simple, yeah? So a website should not be too complicated. Later on in the second phase on developing your website, then we'll talk more about that, because too complicated website will slow down your website too. And today, a lot of people are accessing your website through mobile. So your website style, it depends on your target audience, and then your structure, it depends on the FAQ question that you plan out just now. And all this structure means that we call it a stripes or a block. Okay, so each block of your website is catered to answer some of the FAQ questions. Let me walk you through what do I mean a stripe or a block when I plan my website. I'll take you to the web builder that I use to develop my website. Okay, now I'm in the tools that I use to build a website. So let's create a new website. Now these are wonderful tools that I love to use because it gives me all this template. So it's very simple. Let's say I want to do like a business landing page, and then I can just choose one. Anyhow, it's all like beautiful, nicely done. You can see like this. Nice and simple. Another one. Pretty simple, yeah. And there are many of them. Let's say we take this one. It's a landing page, and we start build the website. Okay, the website is almost like ready. So here we go. The website is ready. Now, this whole thing is what we call a block or a stripes. Okay, this is a block, and then this is another block. You can see the blue line here. Yeah, these are the blue line. So you want it bigger, smaller, you can do that. Now these are the wordings, and this is usually the contact information, and this is the foot. Okay, this is the footer. Yeah, these are all different blocks. So now when I talk about blocks, it means here. So this is the top, is usually called a headline. In part 2, I'll go into more details on that. But I just want to understand this is all the different blocks. So if you have all these frequent asked questions, okay, you can answer beautifully in all these blocks. Now, of course, I'm using the template. If I don't need this, all I need is just go here and delete it. Yeah, so disappeared. Okay, if I want more section, I just go in here. And there's a lot of sections. So I want to put in my services, talk about all different services that I have. So I just choose the one that suits me. Okay, maybe it's this one. Boom, I just add it in. And it will auto adjust to the website style that I want for me, yeah. So here you go, service. And I want this to be up here instead of down here. So I need to just click here and then click up. And then it will go up here. So these are all the blocks. So if your FAQ talk about what kind of services do you provide, or what kind of features your product provide, you can just change this service to features, or the benefits. So this is what we mean. That's why the FAQ question is very important. Okay, so I hope you understand what is blog. Now later on in the next video, then I'll talk a little bit more about how to develop the whole website. So if you're interested, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that the next time when we publish, you will be notified. So now once you plan your website style and structure, so the next thing is we're gonna develop your lead magnet. Now lead magnet, I may most probably create another separate videos because it's a longer process. The purpose of lead magnet is to give to people so that they will in return give you their email or phone numbers. So these are usually like, for example, ebooks, checklists, and a lot of different things that the customer wants. What the customer wants is that you can go through the FAQ, you can compile into so-called a cheat sheet or a checklist, or some people will have like a white paper or ebooks that talk about the solutions that they have. So meaning that, let's say I'm creating a website marketing course, meaning that I need to help my client to solve their website marketing problems because they don't know how to use a website to market. So I'm creating that course into a mini version so that they have a taste of how to solve some part of their problems. And in return, they give you their emails and also for you to build trust. You see, so that's the purpose of lead magnet. So a lot of time you go to website, people will ask you to download this ebook, key in your email address, boom, then they will send you the ebooks. So that is so-called the ebook is a lead magnet. And that's how we generate leads. So people who are willing to give you the emails, they are most probably interested in your products. Of course, your lead magnet must complement your final products. That's why I say your lead magnet is also generated from the FAQ. In part 2, I'm going to walk you through step by step how I create my website easily and how you can do that too, you see. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.